right. Hey, guys, on Facebook, YouTube, welcome to another episode of Rush Hour Africa. Another episode to the Miss Pageant Arizona, or Miss Arizona Pageant.
Miss Africa.
There we go. Thank you, Miss Africa Arizona. And I have here my usual guest, Bienfe. All right. David. All right, and I'll be the MC today once again, Elvis. And then we got a special guest here today. I'll let her go ahead and introduce herself.
Hi, my name is Jasmine. I'm Côte, and I'm a contestant on Miss Africa Arizona.
All right, thank you, Jasmine, for being our guest today. So today we're just gonna roll out a little bit of questions for you. See how this pageant is gonna go, what your take on it is, and how you intend to win.
Okay.
Are you excited?
I am.
For the pageant?
Yes.
Wow, I know preparation is stressful, right?
It is. It's exciting. I love these type of things, so it's been fun.
Wow, that's nice. So what would you say makes you so different from the other girls?
I would say I am very passionate about different things that many people aren't.
Mm-hmm.
My passions lie particularly with people
Okay.
and the environment,
Oh, wow,
and
nice.
how we can use those both to really help basically improve our world and our surroundings.
Nice. So what would you say you're gonna take out of this pageant? What do you say you're gonna be able to take out of it?
For one thing, this pageant is definitely pushing myself out of my comfort zone, which has been really cool. I've been able to grow already so much through it. I've met incredible people, so I would definitely take a lot of really cool friendships out of it, and then also a chance to really express myself culturally, which has also been very awesome.
Wow, okay, nice. Now you said your last name. Your last name is what?
Côte.
Okay, so I know that's a Ghanaian.
Yes.
That's a Ghanaian last name. And just last week we had another guest here by the name of why can I remember her name? Why can I remember her name? But yeah, we had a guest here. Yeah, thank you, Shana Ofori. We had her on the show, and she's representing Ghana, and you are representing
I'm representing Côte d'Ivoire.
Côte d'Ivoire. Okay, so why is it that you're representing Côte d'Ivoire while Shana, on the other hand, is representing Ghana?
So there were multiple Ghanaian contestants.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
Shauna and I, and so and there can only be one girl representing each country. So they asked me, would you be interested in representing another African country that hasn't been represented yet?
Oh, okay.
So I said sure, and I realized Côte d'Ivoire and Ghana were very similar people. We both are Khan, and I'm a Khan, so I thought it wouldn't be too difficult, and also be a cool opportunity to learn about a different country as well.
Yeah. So share with us just a little bit of what you've learned from Côte d'Ivoire.
I've learned, actually, one of the things I really wanted to learn about was fashion and jewelry and that kind of thing, and I realized that we both, Ghana and Côte d'Ivoire, have kente, which is really
Oh,
cool.
okay.
They call it kita.
Oh, okay.
Which is awesome. And theirs is, it's also equally vibrant, very beautiful. Our beading and jewelry is the same. We both have adwa dancers, which I thought was really awesome. So,
Wow.
and just food and everything. There's a lot of overlap.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
Okay, nice. So how do you intend to win the pageant then?
I really just hope to share my platform with the world, be myself, and just enjoy the ride. And I hope that by just demonstrating my own values, that can help.
Wow, nice. And so who would you say is your biggest influence? Earlier we were kind of talking about that. So going further into your personal self, who would you say is your biggest influence?
I have several, one of which being my mom. She has been such a role model in my life, my entire life. She's someone who is so passionate about Africa especially, and through her work she's really impacting a lot of people all over the world. And I would also say there's really cool icons, celebrities, I would say, like Bozoma St. John, Michelle Obama, Burna Boy, people that are taking that leap of faith to be themselves and to really pursue what they love. And just by doing that, you impact so many people and inspire so many people along the way.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Nice. I see that you emphasize a lot throughout this entire conversation. You've been emphasizing on being yourself.
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
so that's how you intend to win. Then I take it for sure. It's
Yeah.
just Be Jasmine.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. There you go. That's nice. That's nice. So, what do you do then for yourself? Like, what do you do in life, or school, or yeah?
Yeah, so I'm actually a third-year student at Barrett the Honors College at Arizona State University.
Mhm.
I'm studying supply chain management with a minor in sustainability. So that's, again, like, business is something that I think is really cool and just something I would always wanted to learn more about.
Yeah.
And then sustainability goes with my passions about people and the environment.
Nice,
as well.
nice.
And so for myself, I consider myself someone that's very in tune with global and social affairs around the world. So I realized that there were some topics that aren't receiving enough attention. And that was kind of frustrating for me.
Yeah.
And so I created a platform called Do Good by Jazz, where it's a social media platform where I just share stories from the world, inspiring people to not only create the good that they want to see in the world, but also to know more about what's actually happening. And that focuses mostly on sustainability, technology, and then business.
Okay.
And then, traveling is one thing I do love to do as well. I love to interact with different people and different cultures.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, seems like you like to put yourself out there in general.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Do you have a question, B?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, like, you say you like traveling. You sounds like more you're an activist.
Yes.
You know, are you activist for just? Because I noticed that you post a lot of stuff about environment.
Yes.
So, since you're competing in this pageant, so, like, are you gonna is your project that you're gonna be working, is it gonna be focusing more on the social side, the environment side, or?
That's actually my platform is called Leader Lab, and it's a social space for kids. And
Oh, nice.
what I really have found is that I love working with children. I do. I think that they are not only the future, but there's so much potential with them, and they're a great way to demonstrate leadership. This is how you can inspire them through your own work. And so Leader Lab essentially it can be an after-school program or partnership with Boys and Girls Club and those different organizations, and you teach kids about environmental issues. And you teach them about how they can create their own solutions to those issues.
Yeah.
And that I actually chose to do this because when I was in high school, I had a teacher who taught us about renewable energy, and basically she was a science teacher, and I used to think that I'm not good at science, like, you know, I probably won't even be good at this project. And she was so encouraging that I was able to create my own type of solar panel.
Oh, nice.
From
Okay.
scratch.
Wow.
Nice.
And that was it was such a cool project.
Inventive.
Yeah, and it shows,
that's
like,
awesome.
I thought, girls aren't good at science, like those things, and then I realized, like, no, I'm just as good, and I can create my own stuff. And so I thought, so I went and I taught middle school students the same thing, and they created their own projects.
Okay.
And so I said, I want to continue, I want to keep this going, because you can do this all over the world. You know, you can put this program in different schools, and not only are kids learning that they can be good at science, but they're also creating solutions to help global issues.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm hoping to do.
Wow. David, did you have any questions that you wanted to throw in?
Yeah, so let's imagine, in case you win, what are you going to use your platform for?
Education, definitely, for boys and girls. And, education is the great equalizer, but how can we leverage that? How can we make it so that kids are actually able to use it in a way that is very impactful? So that's one thing I really want to do. And I want to do this here, in Arizona and the United States, and as well as abroad. So Ghana, Côte d'Ivoire, Nigeria. Like, I want to take it, especially to Africa, because, we are the future.
Yeah, that's correct.
So, since you're representing Côte d'Ivoire, I just gotta know. I know Côte d'Ivoire is francophone. Tu parles français?
No, I don't. I'm trying to learn, but I do not, unfortunately, speak French.
Okay.
Eventually.
That's nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it definitely sounds like you're moving forward. So, just as you've kept emphasizing that you just want to be yourself, what would you say is your biggest drawback that you yourself has experienced?
That's a good question. One thing I think I can be too hard on myself, for sure. I expect a lot out of myself that may not be reasonable. I think I tend to take on too much. And because I'm so passionate about so much, I think I want to help everyone, you know.
Yeah.
And sometimes I put everything first before myself.
Yeah.
And so it's just finding that balancing act of knowing when you can help and knowing when unfortunately you can't, and that's okay because you're still doing something positive.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, so you just keep pushing forward and just ensure that you're steady,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Yeah, you're steady. That's good. That's a way to keep your health alive.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, so it's definitely good. We're definitely hoping that you guys win, or at least someone has to win. I'm not gonna throw out there my whom I'm hoping with, but definitely one of you Ghanaians. I'm gonna put it flat. One of you Ghanaians is who I'm hoping will win.
Biased opinion.
Of course. But yeah, it's a pleasure, just to have you here. And I see here that did you bring something to read to us or?
Oh, it was just my platform.
Oh, okay, beautiful. I'm glad you came prepared.
Yes.
You came to hit a home run, so that's definitely good.
I would just like to ask some question about can you tell people more about where they can go, because how they can find more about the pageant if they want to participate,
Yes,
if they want to get
absolutely.
tickets, if you guys are selling
For
tickets.
sure. So I'll just talk about the pageant first. So Miss Africa Arizona, it's a cultural scholarship program, and it's really geared toward giving Africans in the diaspora, specifically women, leverage with entrepreneurship and education, which I think is phenomenal. So to know more about it, you can follow them on Instagram at Miss Africa Arizona. And on Facebook, you can like their page, Miss Africa Arizona by the GK Folks Foundation. And if you follow me, I'll be posting more of my, pageant journey. So jasmine.amwaku. But this pageant will be happening on November 9th at Phoenix College. We started selling tickets. I'm selling tickets. Every contestant is selling tickets actually. So if you want tickets, you can message any one of us. And yeah, I'm super excited about it. There's a lot of really cool things that will be happening, and we're demonstrating the cultures that we're representing, which will be fun.
Okay.
Africans in diaspora, I believe if we partner with Africans back home,
Yes.
that's the only way we're gonna solve our African problems.
Exactly.
And it seems there's a lot of Africans, most of Africans here are refugees.
Yes.
And so if you have this platform, what ways can you help or talk about anything that's helped to improve on the poverty level in Africa and changing the political system? If people see you out here, pretty much they think you came here as a refugee just because you're African, So I think with such opportunity, if most of the contestants should be talking about, the poverty level and the political system, irrespective of maybe our passion, if we don't have stable place to come from, I think we are nothing. So what are you going to talk about in case you have this platform about poverty, instability in Africa?
Well, beyond the environment, I think one of my many passions is actually social justice, so the welfare of people around the world. And if we're focusing on Africa, the brilliant thing about the concept of sustainability, and I'll explain what sustainability is, it's the finding ways to meet the needs of the current generation without disrupting future generations' ability to meet their own needs. And that goes across the line from environment, economy, and politics. So we're taking health into consideration. How do we provide better access to healthcare? How do we create more jobs? How do we get more people in school? How do we tackle political corruption? And then also what I love about the Miss Africa Arizona pageant is it's a way to transform the African narrative. I think it's a very exciting time to be an African right now. The world is finally noticing us. When we have things like Black Panther, we have things that really celebrate us. And I think that with this, it comes great responsibility. And so going off of talking about refugees and that kind of thing, I think is to communicate with people, this is a story of myself, this is a story of my family, this is a story of my country. This is what's happening back home, and this is what we can do here now. So as far as what we can do here now is to educate people, is to create awareness, and then to also, I think, find ways to create jobs back home.
Yeah.
How can we hold our politicians accountable for their actions. That's something that's incredibly huge. And I think just speaking up is one really big way to start doing that.
Yeah, I'm definitely glad that you said something like that. You know, holding our politicians accountable, because that's something that we don't do.
Yes.
Especially, I definitely like to say, you know, in Ghana, nobody holds politicians accountable. I feel like people just walk around and just enjoy themselves. You know, compared to here, if we're unsatisfied with something that's going on, what do? We go out, we protest. Here, back there, nobody does anything like that. So I'm hoping maybe that's something that people can start doing. You know, one thing that I definitely appreciated about the whole entire international, I'll say, awareness for the what was it called?
The climate change.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you. Yeah, the International Climate Change Day. It started by a little girl once again. You know, it's a strike against our politicians, and that's something that Africans need to do more. Is, you know, go on strike. You know, put themselves out there, let themselves be heard that, hey, we're unsatisfied, but is done in a way where they're not damaging people, they're not hurting people, they're not damaging the streets. So that's definitely good. But compared to like other protests that's going on, and then other people 100 people are dying or something like that. So that's something that I'm hoping that Africans will definitely learn to do, is protest in a peaceful manner. Peaceful protest. There we go. But yeah, anybody else has any other questions for Jazz?
I mean, my last question to you, Jazz, like, what is something about you that you want people to know that's fun about you?
I love public speaking, and I love theater.
Oh,
That's
wow.
Really, yeah.
You're a thespian?
I am.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I actually, that was, so I actually discovered that in high school. Like, one thing I say to myself is never say never. Because I used to say, like, I'll never do theater. It's like never, it's not my thing, And then in high school, I actually took a class, and then I took the next class the next year, and I realized, like, I love this.
Yeah.
So I've been in shows like The Giver,
I love that
Lion
book.
King, Picnic. I've written my own play.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
That's
I
good.
really love expressing myself creatively.
Yeah.
And I think theater is really a beautiful way to do that, especially tell a story and to stand for, like, create awareness about something through art, which is, I think, really cool.
Yeah. That's nice. That's nice. David, did you have any other question that you want to hit her with?
Yeah, so, there's this perception that African women are marginalized. And having this platform and few African young talented girls coming up. Do you believe in this? Like, thinking African women, the perception out here is African women are marginalized. Do you believe that? There's a perception back in Africa, we marginalize our women, in terms of politics, education. You don't see the numbers of women and ladies, unlike out here that you can really see the impact. It's like more equal here.
Yeah. I do believe in gender equality. That's one thing I stand for. I do think that there is there's incredible hope, because right now I'm seeing women that are taking a stand, especially African women. They're creating movements. One person who I really admire is Diana Wilson. She's a Ghanaian who's started Yielding Accomplished African Women. It's a platform that really helps create, empowers young African women through education and finance and creating job opportunities. I think that's phenomenal. And I see that when we do things like this, we are leveling the playing field, because not only is there incredible power and diversity, there's so much more that women can bring to the table. And so I think more women should be participating in politics, should be in the boardrooms, corporate boardrooms, should be teaching, in education. And I'd really like to see that continue to grow as well.
Okay, that's awesome.
Wow, that's nice. And I'm glad that, David, you said something like that. I was just recently watching something on Netflix. It's called Explained. And I learned that Rwanda has a movement that has allowed women into higher positions due to equal pay. And I was like, wow, that was very interesting. And just because of something like that, I guess like the country has been able to push forward a lot substantially. And so I thought That was amazing that they're letting these women into parliament, they're letting these women into higher positions, and I think that's just amazing. That's something that all other African countries definitely need to learn as well, is to do something like that. But yeah, nevertheless, it's definitely been a pleasure having you on the show, Jasmine. We definitely, once again, I'm going to be biased. I'm going to hope one of the Ghanaian ladies will win. It doesn't matter if they're representing Ghana or Côte d'Ivoire. At the end of the day, they're still representing Ghana. So, yeah, so I'm definitely hoping that one of you guys will win. But yeah, good luck to you and your movement. Is just good luck. Keep being yourself. Yeah. So, or do you have anything?
No. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence. And yeah, definitely good luck. Good luck at the pageant. Russia or Africa, we're gonna be there.
Awesome.
Yeah. So. Definitely, thank you so much.
David, any good luck you would like to wish upon her?
Yeah, sister, so I think either her or Shana, one of them is gonna win.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I think someone's gonna take it, but it's okay.
You think who's gonna take it? Yeah, nah. Put that to the side. Hey, but yeah, definitely. Thank you. And this is the end of the first segment of Rush Hour Africa. We'll see you guys back on the show pretty soon. Thank you.